watching Numbskull News, and today we're going to talk about the SEC and the Big Ten. They're in cahoots. They're talking to one another. They're strategizing. They're slapping everybody in the face. The Big 12, your mark. The ACC, they said, screw you all. We're going to rule the world. Well, not really, but a lot of people are kind of losing their shit over it. I mean, let's just keep it real. A lot of Big 12 fans out there, a little mad, a little upset that, oh my God, we're being left out. We're being left out. Folks, we were never invited to begin with. That's right, I'm not upset because those two decided to play circle jerk somewhere in the U.S. I don't care. They're going to form a little committee. Look, this is about their interest. And it doesn't shock me. It doesn't surprise me. What did Bob Thompson say? That they put everybody else on notice. On notice of what? Notice that they got more money? Okay, they got more money. Mo money, mo problems. A great man once said. I'll be damned if he wasn't right. They're going to have more problems. The first problem that they got to deal with, the most important reason they're doing this, and I don't blame them for getting together and working out how they're going to pay their players, revenue sharing. They could really screw each other pretty badly. So they kind of need to work together so there's not this overabundance of screwing. So as long as they get that done, whatever, right? Everyone thinks they're going to solve all the problems of college football. Come on. Sankey doesn't give a damn. And Petiti don't really know much about Petiti. But both guys are going to look after their own conferences. Just like any other commissioner. Yeah, do they make more money? Yeah, they do. So none of this should come as a shock. Anything real substantial going to come out of that? No. Other than, they're going to figure out the monetary thing that works for them because they can't tell what the Big 12 what the hell to do. Neither can they tell the ACC what to do. Yeah. What are they going to tell us? Hey, you got to pay your players this much? No. That's Big 12 business. And it's none of theirs. I don't give a damn what they decide to do with their, with the revenue sharing and all that. That's up to them. That's up to them. It's up to the Big 12 to figure out the model that works best for us. That's it. People need to calm down. People need to calm down. They're going to be looking at other things as well. All right, speaking of calming down, this is the part that makes me smile. All right, because they're going to be looking at the lawsuits. They talked about that. The big one is the House case that's coming up in 2025. And tell me again who the two richest conferences are? With the biggest and richest brands in all of college sports? Who are those two conferences again? Oh, yeah, that's the SEC and the Big Ten. They're the ones rolling in the money, right? And there's a House case. That's billions of dollars. Do you think the Big 12 or the ACC is going to be liable for the same amount of money? No. There's a reason. Because look, those former athletes from all these different sports, they're suing because they didn't get, they weren't allowed to make NIL money. And a lot of those athletes were in the group of five. But they're not suing the group of five, are they? They're not. Because the group of five, what are you going to get out of them? There's not a whole lot of money there. No, they want the SEC and the Big Ten. That's who's going to be paying the lion's share of that House case money. The Big 12 will have to cough up some money. So will the ACC. But the big dogs. It's a real easy argument. Hey, who sucked up? Who consolidated all this wealth and power? The SEC and the Big Ten did. Okay, so you get to pay the lion's share. That's how that works. They know that. That's another reason they're having their little meeting. And it's something that kind of makes me chuckle. You know, they're thinking about all the money that we can get. Ha ha ha. Okay, okay. And you're right. You're going to get a lot of money, but you got to pay a lot of money too. That revenue sharing, that's going to be a chunk. That's going to be a lot of money. And you know, I'm not freaking out like, oh my God, you know, all these Big Ten and SEC teams can pay more than they can pay more as far as revenue sharing. NIL, that's not revenue sharing. And there's a lot of big donors in the Big 12. I'm not worried about being able to pay players. We'll be able to pay players. They can decide how they're going to divvy up all that crap, the NIL and everything else. The Big 12 is going to do what the Big 12 is going to do. Now, is there a revenue gap? Yes. Are they the Big 2? Yes. People are saying, well, that's the P2. No, there is a Power 3. There's a Power 3, but there is a gap. But look, we're Big 12 fans, right? And I know there's probably ACC fans who hate me or whatever. Might be watching this or whatever. Here's the thing, okay? If you want to know as a fan who's not in the, you know, your team's not an SEC team, your team is not a Big Ten team, stop watching the SEC and the Big Ten. All right? As far as just being a fan who's outside, who's being left out supposedly, stop watching that shit. Oh, but it's Michigan and it's Ohio State. Does that make a rat's ass bit of difference to anybody in the ACC or the Big 12? Or if you're a fan of a Group of 5 school, why are you watching that shit? Now, I'm a Big 12 fan. I talk about Big 12 stuff. But this is about everybody. If you're not in one of the Big 2 conferences, your school, your fandom is not in one of those Big 2 conferences, stop watching them. That's what you can do. If you want to fight back, if you're a little pissed off, if you want to do something, that's what you can do. Stop watching that crap. Don't watch the Red River. Don't watch Alabama. Don't watch Georgia. Don't watch LSU. Don't watch USC. Oh, there's a lot of big matchups. Yeah, dumbass, it's a lot of big matchups. That doesn't matter to your conference. I'm a Big 12 fan. I'm not wasting 2 seconds of my life watching the Red River ever again. They're not in the Big 12. I don't care. See how that works? There's a lot of Big 12 fans. A lot of them. Remember, when Kansas State and TCU just 2 years ago, conference title game, 9 million viewers. Right up there with the Big 2. So what do? Stop watching their product. Start watching yours. Don't watch Michigan and Ohio State. Find another game. Find another game. If you gotta watch a game, watch another game. If your team is on a bye week, watch another Big 12 matchup that week. If your team is done playing for the day and you want to keep watching football, find another Big 12 matchup. That's the team that wants to beat you. There's 2 teams that want to beat you. Watch that. Who gives a damn when LSU plays Oklahoma? Who cares when Mizzou plays Georgia? Don't watch that crap. That's the only thing you can do with your fandom. Be a fan of your team and your team's conference. Watch that. You want to make a little statement? If you want to put them on notice, there you go. Because let me tell you something. The millions of people watching those big premium matchups, they're not all fans of those schools. They're not. When Ohio State plays Michigan, and that's a giant number they pull out there, that's not all just Ohio State and Michigan fans. It's not even all Big Ten fans. There's college football fans, people who are fans of all kinds of teams from all kinds of conferences that stop down and watch that because it's a big ass matchup. It's a big legendary matchup. Stop watching it. Stop watching it. They don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about you. Why are you watching that? Watch your team and your team's conference and forget about those two big conferences. Screw them. All right? If you want to know what's going on, pull up the highlights on YouTube. Watch the highlights. You don't need to watch that bullshit. And people talk about, well, what the Big 12's got to try to catch up. We got to try to catch up. Folks, the horse is out of the barn. All right? We're never going to be on their level, and that's fine. What do you want? You want a seat at the table. Well, you have a seat at the table. You would like a bigger seat, right? You would like a little bit of a bigger seat, maybe a little more consideration. Do you need to have a little more prestige? Is that what it is? Look, the Big 12 conference is fine, y'all. It's fine. I'm glad we don't have any blue bloods in this damn conference anymore. I'm tired of that shit. It made me sick every year. Oh, we hope Texas isn't that good this year. Hope Oklahoma's not that good this year. I care if TCU is that good this year. I don't give a damn about anybody else. I mean, I got tired of that crap. Now, the Big 12 is a conference where I look out there. I don't care if it's Iowa State. I don't care if it's West Virginia or Utah or BYU. I don't see any teams out there that I got to be scared to death of. I don't see that shit because it's not a reality. This is about parity. Let those two big conferences do it the old way with all these big mega brands. Fine. Our brand is the Big 12 brand. We're using the NFL model. That's what we should do. This is going to be a damn fun conference. It already is, and it's going to get better. I mean, we got upside, people. We got tremendous upside. You got to look at the positives of this conference. Stop looking at what the SEC and the Big Ten have. Let them have it. Screw them. They're all let them have the headache. For real. And yeah, they're on top. But what is that based on? It's based on the linear model, based on the cable and satellite bundles. And this thing's going streaming. Things are going to change. I'm not saying they're going to fall on their face. I'm not saying they're not going to be two really, really rich conferences for a very, very long time. Even with streaming, of course they will. Of course they will. But he might get knocked down a little bit here and there. All I'm saying. I can feel it coming. But I'm not even concerned about that. I don't care about that. What does the Big 12 do? Well, we can't catch them in football. Now, I think there's a lot of room for growth in the Big 12 for football. I think parity is a great way to go and a great way to grow. Just like the NFL did. I'm not saying we're going to be NFL 2.0. Not saying that. But this is going to be a fun conference that gets really good ratings. That's all I care about. And basketball, like I've said a million times, basketball is the key here. Second highest revenue generator. You got to own it. You got to corner the market in that. If you want a bigger seat at the table, you got to be a juggernaut in basketball. An absolute juggernaut. How do you do that? Well, we kind of already are. We're already a big deal. Now, there's some people in the media, oh, the Big 12 is overrated. Bullshit. Every metrics that you can possibly look at says the Big 12 is the best. But we can get better. Teams out of the ACC, a lot of good basketball schools. Get them in here. Go get Gonzaga. Don't stop there. There was a lot of talk, including yours truly, about a possible merger with the ACC. Probably not going to happen. The way all the tea leaves are falling, it looks like the ACC is headed to the Pac realm. And they're going to be screwed. So probably not that. But merger can still happen. The Big East, people. Merge with the Big East. The only basketball conference that rivals us. Join forces in basketball. Oh, how can that work? They don't get a football share if you're worried about media rights. They don't get a piece of the CFP. That's the college football playoff. We're talking about a basketball-only conference here. Merge with them. We already have a scheduling alliance, if you will, with them. Merge with them. Turn the Big 12 into an unstoppable basketball juggernaut that has amazing, great football, exciting brands with a lot of potential of growth. You do those two things, people, and what you will find yourself in 5 to 10 years, you're going to be, as far as level of importance in college sports, you're going to be on the SEC and the Big Ten's level. I'm not saying you're going to make their money. I'm not saying you're going to make their money. But you're going to have a big seat at the table right next to them. Anyway, thanks for watching this crap, and I'll be back with some other crap later. Bye.